Yeah, here I am, as promised. Yeah, this is an odd stream. I don't know why I decided. Well, actually, I kind of do, because, like, you know, Bob Ross, it's the anniversary of his death on the 4th of July, as you know, Independence Day for America, at least. And it's been 25 years since he passed away, and I thought, you know, we'll look back on his legacy. Let me just turn this down a little bit, hang on. I thought, you know, we'll look back and see, see what made him iconic as a painter, and, you know, unique. And I thought, you know, I'd have a little bit of fun at the same time, because I don't want it to be, like, too serious, but I don't want to poke fun at me either. So I thought, let's let's try to follow some paint tutorials by him on MS Paint, which can only go well. Oh, I'm sure it'll only go well. But anyway, yeah, let me just get this up real quick. Oh yeah, let me change my I got some special. You've probably already seen it on the thumbnail, but let me just get some up real quick. Alright. So I'm gonna. Alright. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Alright. So get rid of that. It's all good. Don't worry. Don't worry. And see if I can add it real quick. I won't be long. Oh, I'm very prepared, aren't I? Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. There it is. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Now we're ready. Now we're ready. Hang on, hang on. Maybe just flip that. Yeah, I'll flip. Make him a big boy. There we go. There we go. There it is. Now we're ready. Now we're ready to paint with Bob Ross. Alright, so let's see, let's get MS Paint up. I've already got it up, but I just wanna... Where did I save it? There it is. Alright, there we go. We got it ready, we got our canvas ready, as you can see. Now we just put the music on pause. I've got the video up in the background, don't you worry. Boom, there we go. So it's gonna only go one of two ways: really, really good or really, really bad. And I'm putting all bets on the on option number 2. So okay, let's just jump straight into it, see how it goes, I guess. There he is. I'm not entirely sure what I should use. Like maybe let's go crayon. Let's go crayon. Screw it. Why not? As the kids say. How does this look? It's good enough. What are you doing, Bob? I love him.
Hey, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today.
I'm glad to be with you.
A painting it just has a lot of color in it, one that'll make you feel good inside. So let's start out and have them run all the colors across the screen that you need to paint along with us. While they're doing that, let me tell you what I've got done up here. Have my standard old
if you haven't seen what I've done on MS Paint before,
canvas, but you use any size that you want.
You are
And I just
in
covered the entire canvas
for
with a
magical
very thin,
time.
even coat of liquid
gonna
white.
be-
So the
this is gonna be
canvas is all
fun.
wet, and we can
Oh,
literally
boy.
blend color up there. So let's do it. We'll start with our little tiny 2-inch brush today.
We're ready. We're ready.
I'll go right into a small amount of the Indian yellow. Just
want
a very small amount.
yellow?
We'll go right up here in the sky and just do something like
okay.
that. That's all there is to it. Just make little crisscross strokes.
You mean
something
like
that.
this?
Okay, now without cleaning the brush, I'll go right into a little bit
Okay.
of yellow ochre. Just
Yep.
right into it. Don't even have to clean the brush.
Like gold?
Little yellow ochre. It's sort of a golden color.
Okay.
There. Once again, without cleaning the brush, a little touch of the bright red. Be careful with the bright red.
Are you sure about
Gorgeous,
this?
gorgeous color. But it is so strong.
Oh.
Whew. 1 tube would turn the whole Atlantic Ocean red. Be
I'm not
very
sure about this,
careful
Bob.
with it. Don't need much.
Uh,
There we go. We'll just sort of blend that around like that. There. That's pretty already. Shoot, I like that.
this pretty,
Now
Bob?
then,
Item.
for the rest of the sky, tell you what,
I'd like
let's
to
do
put
the
a
rest of the
dispute.
sky in. Let's use a lavender color. We'll just brush mix it here. I'll use a little phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, proportionately, much more crimson than blue, because crimson's a weak color compared to the blue.
Yeah, it's
All right,
cow's
let's go up in
color.
here. Now then, I just want to sort of dance this around a little bit.
Like a
just
dot?
let it
Hang on a
play
minute.
and bounce. Here and there and there and here. There. Just wherever.
This wherever.
Sometimes it goes to the red side, sometimes to the blue. It doesn't matter.
Let's do this.
There we are. Gorgeous colors. Now then,
Oh
I'm
no.
going to touch a little phthalo blue
whoa,
and just
whoa.
hit it here and there up toward the top. Don't want that blue against the green or the yellow here, or we'll get green. Then we'll wash the brush. That's the most fun part of this whole procedure. Shake it off.
Oh.
Just beat the devil out of it. Now then,
Wait,
clean,
what?
dry brush. Let's begin blending these colors together. Just blend them together.
Blend.
There.
Like
Because the
this?
liquid white's under there, you can literally move and blend color. And that's exactly what we're doing. I'm just beating the brush to remove any
there then.
paint that I picked up without going through the whole cleaning procedure. In layman terms, that's called laziness.
You don't lazy,
There.
Bob?
Just didn't want to bother cleaning the whole brush. Maybe
Nah, you're not
something
lazy,
about
Bob.
like that. Now
Put
then,
yourself down like that.
today, let's put some clouds up here in the sky. We're going to have
you
a
want
sky
clouds?
that's just gorgeous, shiny, bright. A lot of color in it. There we go. I usually wipe the old brush against a paper towel to be sure I've got all the excess paint removed off of it. Let's have a big cloud. For that, I'm going to go into the titanium white. I'll be right back.
You want white?
Don't go away. There.
I'm
A
not
little
white.
bright red with it. Shoot, let's
Oh,
make a
you
firecracker.
want pink?
Sparkler.
Want some
Go up in
pink?
here. Maybe in our world there lives a big old
Yep.
cloud right up in here. It just sort of floats around, has a good time all day. You know, clouds are one of the freest things in nature, I believe.
Oh.
So just let them go.
Bob, are
Shoot,
you
let
sure
'em
about
have
this?
fun. Let them have fun wherever you want them.
Have
Let
fun?
them go. There. Maybe. I don't know.
Clouds.
Just
Oh.
decide where these clouds live in your world and put them in.
I live in the sky,
Put them
Bob.
in. And don't just try to copy what we're doing here. Shoot. This is a very free style of painting. We don't use any patterns. We don't trace anything. We just let it happen.
Oh no,
And that
I
really
know what you mean.
is the beauty of all this.
I don't
Just put a little
trust
bit
this.
down in here.
Bob,
But
this
notice
does not
I'm
look good.
covering up all this nice yellow color. I want some
Bob,
of
I
it to
need
show through the cloud.
I need help. This does not look good.
There. Maybe over in here there's some more. Whatever. Now today, I'm gonna get our little soft blender brush. Very gentle, soft little brush, and just blend the base of that out a little bit. Gentle,
I don't have
gentle,
that,
gentle.
Bob. I have this.
Very touching. Just caress the canvas a little.
Oh,
There we go.
I feel like I'm mooning it.
Something about like that.
I've started, so I'm
You
not
can
going to
fluff it a
stop.
little bit. blend it. There. Little old cloud, or shoot, this is a big old cloud. It's just sitting right up here in the sky. Now then, we can take, I'll just use the blender because this blender is sort of unique. You can paint with it.
No, I'm just going to roll with it.
Put at least a little touch of that bright red on there.
You want bright red again?
A little bit of white with it.
Maybe
just begin putting in all kinds of gorgeous little things that just float around.
Okay.
There they go.
Oh.
There they go. Reach over here and get a touch of that lavendery color we were using. Just a least little touch.
Bob, you sure about this?
See, this blender is so soft, you can just get in here and work all this color without it all blending together.
I'm not feeling confident,
Of course,
Bob.
if you blend it long enough, it will just blend together. But you can put all these things in there just by doing that. Maybe there's one. Go back to my pinks every once in a while. It's up to you.
Oh, God.
Up to you. Wherever you think it should be.
Okay.
There we go. See, all kinds of little things. Least little touch of the phthalo blue, maybe. Ooh, that's nice. Be careful that you don't hit that yellow, though.
Oh, no, of course not.
Brilliant green sky, and we're not looking for that.
I
Not
don't
in this
know.
particular painting. Maybe sometimes, but not now. Not now. There's a nice
I'm a
little
little
cloud
nervous.
floating right there.
Oh.
All right. A little bit of bright red and white again. And maybe up here in our sky, let's just put, we have this old brush working so well, let's just put the indication of some little floaters around in here. Just enough to break it up. See? Just little floaters.
Little floaters? There. That sounds a little dirty, Bob. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Wherever. You make the decision. But isn't that brush fantastic for doing things like that? Or you can paint right over that firm paint that we already have up there. Maybe over in here we got a little more. Very soft, gentle, quiet. There. All right. I get carried away sometime.
Nah, it's alright, Bob. It's alright.
Okay.
This doesn't look good at all.
And maybe, I tell you what, maybe in our world, maybe, let me grab a fan brush. There's one. Let's take a little bit of that lavender color. That was just phthalo blue, alizarin crimson, right on the fan brush here.
I want to put a bit of
in here.
You want to use crayon?
All right, let's do this. Let's put a nice dark cloud in here. That contrast it'll sparkle.
That's not the kind of color I'm looking for. There we go.
There.
Whoa, what are you making?
This one.
What are you making? Is that cloud?
Got a little bump lives right there.
It's really
when I was
dark.
a kid, I used to sit around and my brother and I, we'd look at clouds and we'd pick out all kinds of shapes. We'd see the mean old witch or the candy man or whatever. And they all lived in the clouds. You can see all kinds of shapes in there if you just spend a little time.
I think I made a mistake. It's fine.
You got a good imagination. All kinds of things. Back to my little blender. Now then, just softly blend this a little.
I don't know how I feel about this, Bob.
And you can just bring it all together.
I think
looks like that old cloud just sort of floats right around.
I'm not sure if this is what you want, but you know.
There we go.
I'm not sure if you had like crayons in mind, but you know.
Like that. Shoot, maybe there's some nice things happening down here. Just take that color that you picked up and use it. Let these things happen. Let them happen. And very lightly. That's where the blender brush really works well.
I'm not sure I want to let this happen.
And sometimes you can take a little of that bright red and white, and you can put a few little highlights up here just to dull everything down so it's not quite as distinct. A few little areas right along in here somewhere, so you can make out a little detail in this cloud. Don't want much though. But don't want to lose that gorgeous darkness. It really works in this painting. I like that darkness. There. Something about like that. Now sometimes, let's take some pure titanium white. Maybe in our world, maybe the sun lives right behind that big cloud there. So we can just take pure titanium white. And I'm just going to use the knife. You can take your finger or you can take a brush, but I want to push forcibly some white paint right into there. I want this to be very bright. I'm just going to go right over that and I'll put it back in if I decide I want it, because we don't make mistakes.
No, we don't make. I mean, I'm not sure what you'd say about my painting, but yeah,
take a
no.
blender brush.
I guess not.
Very gently. Just blend that right in, and that'll end up being a nice, gorgeous, bright spot in our painting when it's done.
I'm not entirely sure this is what you want, Bob, but
look at that. See that
I can do
contrast?
this.
It just jumps right out at you, and that's what we're looking for. There.
I'm not sure.
I'll tell you what. While we got the old blender brush going, watch here. Let's take a little bit of that nice lavender color.
Oh.
And let's paint in maybe the indication of just a happy cloud that lives right here.
You want more clouds?
Soft, very soft. Very, very soft.
You don't think we have enough
See,
clouds,
we're just working in layers. I want this cloud to look like it's in front of that. So put the other thing in.
Like
thing is farthest away in first, and then begin working forward.
This is not looking good. Oh God.
That's all you have to do. There it is. We just let it work right on around. See there? I get excited when I see these. They turn me on. There.
Bob,
I like to play with color.
Bob, no. None of that language. Come on.
A little bit of the bright red and white. Just vary these colors.
I don't need to know that information, please.
Around and around and around. Something like that. I'm going to put in several little clouds here. You know, one of the earlier shows, I showed the biggest squirrel that I had ever seen. I'm going to put him up and let you see him again while I'm just going to be dropping in some of these little things. I won't do anything you don't see. But this rascal is something else. I have never seen a squirrel this big. This is called a Sherman fox squirrel. And he's as big as a small kitty cat. And
it's adorable.
Very docile, very quiet little squirrel. And this one is quite a pet. He belongs to my friend Cindy, one of the rehab ladies that lives around Orlando there. And she takes care of him. She's turned him loose several times, and he won't go away. He's sort of like one of my squirrels that I have. I keep turning him loose too, and he comes back. But now this squirrel's big enough. He knocks on the door and comes on in. There we go.
Big boy, Bob. Oh,
but
wait, no.
Isn't he something? I like these animals.
No, I actually made a mistake.
Coming right along here.
There we go,
all kind of little things. Then we can just sort of blend this entire thing.
More blend?
Right.
More blending?
But isn't that a dynamite sky? I tell you what, if you have a room in your home that's sort of dull and blasé, you do a painting like this and hang at it, and when you walk in the room, the color will jump on you. Makes you feel good. I get carried away. I'm sorry.
It's fine.
Let's have a little something down here on the bottom.
You stay turned on. It's fine.
We've wasted all of our time up here in the sky. Let's put a little something. I'll just take a little of that lavender since it's going so nice. And let's go down here. And let's just put some of that nice lavender color down here. About like that.
Whoa.
A little more of that lavender color.
You want more?
There. We're gonna just put that right down here. There we are. So we just go all the way across with it. Shoot, doesn't matter.
It reminds me.
There. Maybe we'll have a little mountain that lives way back in the distance here.
You want a mountain? I'm struggling with clouds.
Let's do that.
You want a mountain?
I'm gonna find my knife. Just take that same lavender color, put it out here, I'll put some white with it. Maybe.
I'm gonna need big.
Oh yeah, something about like that. There, I like that. You just sort of adjust the color till it's what you want. Cut off a little roll of paint, and let's have a little mountain first. We'll do a couple.
Like
we'll
this
have
Bob?
one that lives far away. This little mountain, he lives way back here, almost to the edge of nowhere.
Oh, I can't do mountains, Bob. Hang on.
Just drop him on. Let me grab a
I'm not sure about mountains.
brush. And I will grab that and firmly pull it. Just pull it. And then just blend the base of it out. So all you see is a nice silhouette sitting there. because this one's far away. Quiet little mountain. Quiet little dude. He lives way out there. Now, let's take some Prussian blue, alizarin crimson, much more crimson than blue.
No.
Put a little black in there. Maybe even a little Van Dyke brown. I like that too. Cut off our little roll of paint. It should live right on the edge of your knife. Then we go up here, and here's a mountain. I don't want it to get too big.
You want another mountain?
I like to paint big mountains, and I sort of have to physically restrain myself sometime, because I'll just let a mountain get right out of the painting. It just keeps on going.
Oh.
There. I do like to paint mountains, though. But I've got one young feller that outpaints me when it comes to mountains. That's my son, Steve. You might have saw him on some of the other shows. He's just one of the most dynamite mountain painters I've ever seen.
No one's better than you, Bob.
There we go. Pull that. And he was out teaching. We didn't get him on this series. Maybe next series I'll get him back in here. We rent Steve out. He travels all over the country and teaches classes to literally hundreds and hundreds of people. So he's tied up right now. There we go. Just blend that out. Tell you what, let's put a little bit of highlight. I'll use a little bit of that bright red, little white. I don't want much highlight, just enough so we see a little sun.
I mean, it's kind of looking like something, kind of.
Tiny little amount.
Not really, but, you know, kind of. You want white?
There it goes. A little bit more.
I'm not sure about, like this?
And I'm just going to blend it down.
You want some like...
Down, I mean, just work it in so it's not so distinct. I want it to be very quiet. Don't want much. That's really about all we're going to do.
No,
just
that don't
enough
look
to
good.
give the indication of a little highlight here and there. Maybe there's another little peninsula right there. I don't know.
There we go.
And then grab it and go down. And that's good enough. Let's see. I don't want much back here, or it'll ruin that illusion of distance. Maybe in our world we have a little.
Well, it's kind of looking like something down, you know. Kind of.
Maybe there's just a little footy hill that lives back here, right below that mountain. Somewhere like that. Just pull straight down.
You want something in front of that? I
Same
can't.
color. Decide where you want reflections to be. Pull them down. Like that. See? And then go gently across. And we have instant reflections. A little white, put a little bright red in it. Just a little.
Bob, you're expecting a lot from me here. Like, come on, bud.
And we'll go right up there. And we'll just put in a happy little water line.
You want some...
That's right along in there.
Like this?
There. See? That little bit of pink that you put in that just sort of makes it go with the painting. So it makes it just stand out. I like that.
I'm not sure about this, Bob.
All right. Shoot, we're coming right along here. Let's have some fun.
You sure?
You know me. I like trees. Let's make a tree.
Oh, we've got trees now.
A spot to work here. Take some black, Prussian blue, some Van Dyke brown. Put some crimson in there. All those good, dark, rich colors. Let me clean
I'm
the old
still
knife
doing this,
here.
man. All right.
Good, dark color. Should look black on the palette. And we'll take a fan brush today. Load it full of color. A lot of paint. A lot of paint. Let's go over here. Maybe in our world, there is now. Maybe there's a little tree. Happy little tree.
Hang on, I'm still trying to... I think I'm ruining it.
Very dark, though. With this kind of sky, you'd almost have silhouettes here. Very dark. Very
No, we'll
dark.
do trees.
That dark contrast is gorgeous against the sky. There. Maybe? Yeah. Why not? Have another one.
So
right
like
there.
this?
There he is. Boy, that tree looks a little sickly. We may have to work on him. By sickly, I mean he looked like he had a bad year. Didn't get much water one year or something. Times are rough. There.
There we go. It's an awful tree, but you know what? It is what it is.
Just take a little of it and just put down here. I'm gonna have some reflections in the water, and you can put them in any
Oh,
order
this is
you want.
water. Oh.
Shoot, see there? Just take the brush, pull straight down, pull across. Instant reflections. And we just use that brush and go ahead and put in a little bit of land from the side.
Oh.
What the heck? There. Oh, some trees on the other side.
You want something like this?
You know me. I like a full tree here and there. And maybe in our world there's a couple of trees live right there. Now there's 3.
I'm not sure if this is what you mean, but you know.
Just put in the tops, put in a few little indications. Looks like a whole bunch of trees.
I mean, it's something.
Maybe. Big one. Gotta have one
Oh,
big tree.
no.
There.
Oh, wait, no, it's not one.
Big old tree. Big, strong tree. He lives right up here. Looks out over this gorgeous, gorgeous scene. Something like that.
I wouldn't call it gorgeous. I mean, yours is
Back here
gorgeous,
we can
but...
see the indication of a couple of more little trees.
Not mine.
They're sort of hid behind. And all we're doing right now is just putting on the background color. I'm going to come along with a few highlights. We'll bring all those together. Okay. Let me see here. There's one. Got too many brushes going today. I'm going to take a 2-inch brush, because that's what was handy. Maybe there's a bush that lives right there. And a lot of nice bushy areas. Really and truly, you can just put anything in here. I just wanted to show you mainly today how to do a fantastic sky. Very easy, very quick.
I don't think this is a fantastic sky, Bob.
Color.
I'm not gonna lie, I did.
All right. I'll take a 1-inch brush. Let's go into, we'll get a little white, a little bit of that same color. There, I'm just looking for a little highlight color, but I want it to be mostly in the lavender hues. There. Boy, that's nice. It's not too bright, but it's just enough to pull it out, so it shows a little bit. Maybe that bush lives in the background. That's all we have to do if it does. All right. Let me see. There's one. Looking for a clean brush again. I'm going to take a little sap green, a little yellow ochre. This is cad yellow. Grab the Indian yellow too. Now I want this, get a little black in there too. I want this to be a dark green. Dark green, dark green.
Oh.
I'm going to come right on
I think
here.
I'm gonna sort that out.
Dark green though. Don't make no bright shiny thing this dark.
Oh.
And put the indication here and there and there and here.
Oh, God.
Some little highlights. Same thing over here.
Bob, no.
Something like that. See there?
Yellow?
All right. A little bit of the liquid white. We'll put in a little indication of some water line right underneath there. Something like it. Don't need much. Okay, put a little of that green on a fan brush here.
I'm not sure if this is what you
here
want.
And there. Not much. Not much. A little bit of highlight on some of these trees.
Oh, God.
Just enough so you know there's a little green. Over here, too.
Alright, so you want green as well?
Bit. There's a little bit. Just drop it in. There. Darker down here toward the base. All right, maybe we'll have a little path.
Oh, dear.
Right there. Just a little path.
Oh, stop that.
All right. Take a little bit of that green color. Fill that up. Just to finish up the little painting. Just to give you an idea. So see, the big thing in this painting is a gorgeous sky. I hope you try it, because you'll like it. The old clock on the wall tells me it's about time to finish this one and call it a day. I've certainly enjoyed our time together. And I hope you try this
too,
one.
Bob.
From all of us here, I'd like to wish you happy painting, and God bless, my friend.
That's it. Well, hang on. Well, that's it. I'm not even close to being done. This is... Hang on. Okay. Put a bit of yellow. I'm just trying to finish it off. Alright, I feel like if I do anything more to it, I'm gonna ruin it, so I'm gonna leave it there. This is this is something. This. Oh. I tell you what, if you squint at it a little bit, the bottom part looks alright. The bottom part looks, you know, alright. Nothing great, nothing outstanding, but yeah, it looks alright. It looks okay. It just squinted it a little. There's something there. It's like a little bit of it looks crap. It looks like crap. Oh boy, oh. Well, you know what, maybe second time's a charm. Maybe second time's a charm, you know, maybe. You never know. You never know. So I've got another video. How are we doing? That's fine. I've got another video up. No ads, you know. I think I'm going to save that. Give me 1 sec. I don't know if that's showing up. Nope. Alright, that's fine. What should I call it? What should I call it? We'll call it Rob Boss. Rob Boss. Robert Boss. There we go. Right, there we go. Robert Boss. Let's do a new one then. Let's do another. Let me just get some lights on real quick. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, that was something. Maybe this one. Okay, you know, makes things a little better. Does it look good? Yeah. Maybe this time it looks good. Let me just pause that. And this is like an autumn thing.
Welcome back. Glad you could join me today. I hope you've got your palette set up and your almighty easel and you're ready to paint a beautiful painting with me.
Well, you say
today
beautiful.
I thought we'd do a little painting. It's just a lot of fun, and I really think you'll enjoy it. I'm going to have them graphically run all the colors across the screen that we'll need to do the project today.
You need white?
These colors will come across your screen in the same order that I have them on my palette, starting with a white and working across. So, let's get started. I'm going to start out today with a little bit of alizarin crimson on the large brush. Take a small amount of paint out and tap it into the bristles. This assures a nice even distribution of paint all through the brush. Now, use very little paint. I'm going to put this in the sky, and I don't want to set the sky on fire. All I want to do is put a little pinkish glow into it. Okay, let's go up to the canvas here. Now, let's start right in here, and we make little X's, little crisscross.
Oh, so it's kind of like
the canvas has already been covered with magic white, good and wet and slick, and ready to go. It's very easy to add more color, but it's the son of a gun to try to take it off. So if you want more color, just pick it up and put it on. But start with very, very little color. I'll add a little tiny bit more right in here. There we go. Now, while I've got that on the brush, maybe we'll come right down in here with a little. Without cleaning the brush, I'm going to go right into a small amount of Prussian blue. Now, the Prussian blue is very, very strong. Be careful with it. Little crisscross. It will consume.
Oh, you want blue? Okay.
Your crimson in a heartbeat, so be careful with it. Very little Prussian blue. So strong. And once again, you can always add a little more if you want it, but it's hard to take it off. If you ever do need to take it off, you can take a clean, dry brush and go over it, and it'll pick up paint. Or if worse comes to worse, if it's really bad, you can take a paper towel or a clean rag and just wipe the canvas down and start over.
Bob,
because at this point, you really haven't invested a lot of time and
it,
energy into your painting. Okay. And maybe I'll put just a tiny bit of blue right here. Don't want much, just a little. Maybe there'll be a little water right there. We'll make that decision later. And I'm going to clean the brush.
Oh, here we go, here we
Clean the
go.
brush with odorless paint
Here we
thinner.
go. You ready? You ready?
And there's a screen in the bottom of my
Ready?
can. Hey. And we scrub the brush against the screen, and that takes the paint off and allows the solid material to settle to the bottom of the can, and it doesn't contaminate all your paint thinner. Okay, there we go. Gives us a nice little sky very quickly, very simply. A lot of fun. Let's go. Let's go. Get us a big old fan brush. I'm going to go into the titanium white and load a lot of paint onto your brush. A lot of paint. Pull it through there. And I'm going to pick up a small amount of permanent red. Just a little bit. A little bit. It's very, very strong. Okay, look at all the paints on that brush. There. Let's go up to the canvas now. Let's build a happy little cloud, and maybe he lives right here. Now I'm just using the corner of the brush, making tiny little circles.
Oh, no, not clouds, not clouds. Oh.
Tiny little circles. Get a little more paint on my brush. You're looking for areas that have a lot of paint, areas that have virtually no paint, thick, thin. Some areas you don't want to put anything on, so it'll turn out to be your shadows. Now with a large brush, I'm going to gently, gently blend this out. Just blend it.
Oh,
Little tiny circles.
I'm not sure about this, Bob.
Tiny little circles. There we go. And fluff it. Just grab it, fluff it up. And then very gently blend it all together.
Is this fluffy enough? Wait, Bob.
See, isn't that easy? It's a super way to make fantastic little clouds. Very easy.
Sorry, I just have to keep checking
the
Streamlabs, making sure everything's
I
running.
found out how easy they were to make.
Oh.
There we go. Maybe this comes right on, wherever you want it. Wherever. Still just titanium white. Okay, now we'll take our big brush again and do the same thing. Blend the bottom out. We're not touching the top edge of the cloud yet at all. And don't overwork it. Probably the biggest mistake made is overworking it. And you work it till it's dead. Then you have a big old cotton ball laying up there in the sky. Now, very gently, very gently. All you're doing is grazing it. Just barely go across. Okay, and that's how we make a little cloud. And there's many, many ways of making clouds. This is probably one of the simplest and most effective. Okay. Got to make some decisions now. What are we going to have in here? Maybe we'll put a little mountain over here. And let's take some Prussian blue, some Van Dyke brown, and a little bit of alizarin crimson. And mix them all together. Pick your paint up and turn it over. That assures that you'll mix it all. Otherwise, you won't mix what's against the palette. So pick it up and turn it over, like so. Okay, now we'll take a little bit of paint on the knife. Let's go right up here. Maybe there's a little mountain that lives.
Oh, dude, mountains already? Okay, Bob. Okay.
Really, really pushing this paint into the fabric. Just like you're trying to push it right through the canvas. Now, one of the questions that I hear quite frequently is, do I always use a stretch canvas? I always do use a stretch canvas. If you use a canvas board, it will absorb your magic white, and very rapidly you're working on a dry canvas. It creates unbelievable problems. I always use a canvas that is double primed, has 2 coats of primer on it. And that way the magic white will stay wet for extended periods of time. And that's what you're looking for. Because maybe you won't finish the painting today and you want to come back tomorrow and work on it. Some people don't paint quite as fast as I do. And they want to come back and work on it. So your magic white will stay wet for several days. Okay, we'll pull out. This is just titanium white. And let's put a little bit of snow up here on this mountain.
I can do this.
Barely touching. Barely touching. just a whisper. Just let that knife literally
actually looks
float
pretty
across
cool.
the canvas. Maybe there's a little peak right there. That may be in the background. And you can make these as wide or as small as you want them. Just keep building them. It's your mountain, so you do whatever you want to with it. It's your mountain.
It is my mountain. No, I'm not having adverts. No, get off. No. God damn it, I'm not having adverts in this.
Okay, I'm going to take a little Prussian blue and white. Just blue and white. And we'll make a shadow color. Okay, pull your paint out flat and then cut across. So you have a small roll of paint right on the edge of the knife. Okay, let's go up to the canvas. Touch. And just barely touch it. And follow the angle. Now, notice the angle's opposite of the highlight. Highlight goes in one direction, shadow in the other. Very, very simple way to make it.
I think I ruined it, no.
Very effective. Oh, beautiful. Okay, and you need these shadows. The shadows, that's what separates these. If you don't have the shadows in the right places, then your mountains won't look right. And every highlight needs its own private shadow. If it doesn't have a shadow, it just lays there. You need that shadow to push it up and to make it an individual.
Oh, that looks nice. Oh, that looks nice.
Now let's make some mist on the bottom of this mountain. And for that, we'll use just a clean, dry 2.5-inch brush. And just tap. Follow the angles in your mountain.
Oh, that actually looks so
Follow
cool.
those angles.
That actually
Mountains are
works.
nothing
Oh my god, that actually...
Geometric shapes are just the games of angles.
Bob Ross.
Study the angles.
Bob.
There. Now we lift upward. This removes the tap marks and creates beautiful soft
That actually
mist.
looks so
That
cool,
easy.
though.
Told you could do it.
Thank you.
There we go. Okay,
You
well, let's have
believed in
some
me.
fun. Let's have some
You
fun.
believed in me when I didn't.
Nice little mountain in the background, some beautiful clouds. So, let's have some fun. I'm going to go right into, there's some sap green. This is the mountain color, so this is Van Dyke brown, Prussian blue, sap green, and we'll throw some crimson in there too. A lot of paint on the brush.
looks
Pull
so
that brush
cool,
through the paint.
though.
Bend it. Load a lot of paint. Look at how it looks. Okay, now we're going to put that rounded
Actually
corner
looks
to
like
the
a
top when we
mountain.
touch the canvas.
Squint your eyes.
There.
Squint your
See it
eyes. It
very
actually
well.
looks like
Let's
a
go up
pretty
here.
good mountain, though.
Maybe you got to make some decisions. Maybe right there. Right there lives a tree.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, trees?
There he
Trees?
is. And this is just background, so you're not really concerned about anything except just basic shapes.
Oh, nanny.
There we go.
Oh, I'm not
Wherever
sure
you
about
think there ought to be a
this.
tree. That's exactly where there ought to be a tree.
I'm not sure about this, Bob.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe. Right there. And start thinking about the general lay of the land here. Maybe this is going to be coming downhill, so start planning that.
You
And
sure about
wherever
this,
you want
Bob?
a tree, drop him in.
No, I don't want adverts. Why are there so many adverts? No, stop it. I don't care about cereal. Yeah, stop. I really should have sorted out if there were adverts in this
Get
before or
working on
not.
all kinds of little basic shapes here.
I'm sorry.
But you're still paying attention to the general lay of the land. Maybe right there, there's a nice bigger bush. Push that mountain back a little further. Now, when you're putting this in, you don't want to kill the misty area between the mountain and your background. If you kill this misty area, it's going to pull that mountain right up against this, and you want to keep some distance there to make the mountain look like it's far, far away. So leave this misty area. It's very, very important to you. Leave that. Okay, let me just go on here and drop in a little bit more of this background. This is a super way just to practice too, is to really have nothing in your mind except a time of day and a time of year. And hit the canvas. Just let something happen. Bring it out of here. You don't have to trace and draw all these pictures on there. It's in here. All you have to do is let it out and put it on that canvas. Now,
Yeah, right, Bob.
maybe we're going to have a little pond right here. Watch
Just a
how
shame
easy
I'm
it is to
using
make a
this.
reflection. Let's go right in here. All we do is grab
It's a
that
shame I have to use
and
MS
pull
Paint.
down. We want the pond to reflect the color that's around it. So all you do is pick up some of this background color and pull down. That easy.
I'm not sure about this, Bob.
Reflections are one of the most fantastic things to do in this technique because the canvas is wet. With
I'm not sure about this.
Oh, son of a gun. You can make
Whoa, profanity.
unbelievable reflections.
Profanity, Bob.
Now, these lines should be
no.
straight across. Go straight across with them. Don't want the water to run out on the floor.
I don't know. I don't have any smudge.
Yeah, then. Let's put a few little trunks here and there. We'll use a knife today. We'll take some burnt umber, a little bit of white in it, pull it out very flat, cut across so we got that small roll of paint right out on the edge of the knife there. There, you can see it, just a tiny bit, okay? Now, all you got to do is touch the canvas, and the canvas will pull off what it wants. If your trunk needs to be wider, pull it to the side a little bit. But most of the time, all you have to do is just touch. And if you don't overmix your paint, then it'll be marbled. And all kinds of beautiful little things will happen automatically. You don't have to worry about it.
I'm
You
worrying
can
about
sit and mix up a dozen different colors, or you can mix your paint marbly and let it happen. Just let it happen. We learn to use everything.
I'm worrying
that
a lot.
happens. Now, that's what's so much fun about this. We talk about we don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents. And that's true. There's nothing that you can't fix very easily. Now let's put some highlights on this. And I'll get a 1-inch brush. And let's go into a little bit of cad yellow. And some sap green. There.
Oh, for God's sake. Sorry about this. I really should have checked. I'll probably cut them out when I end this
Pull that
stream.
brush through that paint. Pull it through. A lot of paint.
That's what I get.
Okay,
That's what I deserve.
Look at it. See? A lot of paint. There we go. Let's go up here. Now maybe there's a nice, beautiful green bush that lives right here. Touch. Just give it a little push. Gentle push. I know sometimes it looks like I'm taking a running start across a room and socking that canvas hard. It's a gentle touch. It's just that sometimes I do it very rapidly and it looks like I'm pushing very hard. But it's a very light touch. Now we're going to a little Indian yellow. And maybe there's a happy little bush. It's right there.
Like this?
And we'll reflect a little bit of that down into the water. Add a little paint thinner onto my brush to thin the paint. And let's take a little burnt umber and put right in with the yellow.
I'm not sure about this, Bob.
Brownish color here. Beautiful. So we got cad yellow and burnt umber. Okay, let's go back up here. Maybe, there he is. Just have to look around and find him. There's another little tree
like
back
gold?
here. And let them get darker and darker as you work down. Let's throw in a little permit red. Shoot, we'll brighten this son of a gun up and make it stand up here and talk.
Oh, Nani.
Kill all your dark areas. They're important too.
And like orange?
And layer these so it helps create the illusion of depth in your painting. Here I'm using the brush sideways. Just push up, bend. That's all there is to it.
I'm not sure about this.
Okay, let me get a little more paint thinner.
Oh.
A little more of the sap green. And we'll very quickly just drop in some beautiful little leaves up here on these. If you have trouble making your paint stick, add a little magic white or paint thinner to it. Remember our golden rule, a thin paint will stick to a thick paint. So this first layer of paint that we put on the canvas is very, very thick, very thick. Good test for your paint. Take the top off and squeeze it. The paint should stand up about 3/4 of an inch above the tube without falling over. That's the way you can tell if it's strong enough to do this method. If oil runs out of it or if it's soft and creamy, it probably will not work for this method. This really depends on a firm paint, so you can stick these thinner paints on top of it.
Oh, no. Bob, you're scaring me.
There. Okay, maybe.
You want something like this?
There's another one. Just wherever you want these, you drop them in. Let them happen. Okay,
Oh, I don't want to let it happen.
Land masses in here, and some
scared as it
reflections and
is.
all the beautiful little things. Let's do the reflections here. Now, reflections happen so nice. Watch what happens with this big brush. Gently pull down. Just barely touching the canvas. Oh, such a soft touch. Now, lightly.
I'm really scared.
This is how you make the beautiful mirror reflections. See there? It's that easy. Okay. Tell you what, today, let's do something a little different. Let's use a fan brush. And I'm just going to go right into some
I think I'm going to have a little
Van Dyke
bit of
brown,
blue.
some burnt umber, just mix them up on
this.
the brush. And let's just go up here and let's just scrub in some basic land areas here. Just use the old brush, scrub it. All we're doing is putting a nice dark base color.
I'm just gonna like try to do this while I get advertised by Grammarly. I'm not sponsored, I swear to God. Oh boy, well obviously no duh, you know. I'm just gonna try to make it kind of look like water, kind of.
Now go right into some white, a little touch of blue. And there was brown on the brush already, so we got, and look, see, you can see how all the different colors are loaded on that brush. There's brown in deep, and there's lighter colors on the end. Okay, let's go right up here. Now all we got to do is just touch. And just, you don't want to kill all your dark now. You worked very hard to put that dark on there. Don't kill it all.
I did.
Just want to put some little highlights here and there. And just let that little brush play and bounce. And fan brush is a fantastic brush. But
you
got
want
my
white?
friends with it. It's got to be
Okay,
a good
cool.
buddy. Yeah, just wherever you want these. It's your world.
Yeah, my world looks like crap. My world looks like crap, Rob.
Take another fan brush. Now I have
I
several fan
apologize.
brushes
I'm
going
sorry.
here, so I don't have to wash them continually. A little magic white on my brush. We'll go right into some cad yellow. And we'll grab a little green, bring down here. A little red. Just mix all these different colors on the brush. Look at all the paint on there. Son of a gun. But they're all mixed on the brush. Now you can take and touch, push, and bend it upward and build in all kinds of little grassy areas wherever you want them. Follow the lay of the land. Most important.
Oh.
You don't want to kill all these nice little things that you made with your fan brush here.
No.
You don't want to kill them all. Okay, let's go back. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get this old big brush.
It's kind of looking like some
Great
kind
big
of.
brush. Van Dyke brown, some sap green, a little bit of Prussian blue. There's some crimson, whatever. Just pull it through that paint. Load it full. Okay, let's go right up here. Now you got to make some more decisions. What lives right about here?
Look how good his looks compared to mine.
Big tree lives right there.
You want another
You
tree?
knew that, didn't you? Right over that mountain. You worked so hard on that corner. There, maybe. Comes right down through there. Whatever. Wherever you want.
I think we had enough trees,
We
Bob.
we try to give you ideas here. These paintings should be used as guides. And at home, let your imagination go crazy. You really don't have to copy. All you have to do is see how it's done. We really just try to teach you how the method works. What you paint. Oh my gosh, that's as individual and as different as people are. All right. Gives us a nice background. We can go in here and drop in some color now. And back to my 1-inch brush. Little Indian yellow, yellow ochre, cad yellow, permanent red. They're just all mixed right here on the brush. There we go. All right. Touch. Barely touching the canvas here. Barely touching the canvas. Let all these things happen. Tell you what, we'll add a little more green to that. There we go. Put in some beautiful little green bushes.
Like yellow?
There.
Like this? Kind of?
Wherever you want them.
Oh.
Whatever you want.
Oh, no.
I'm just varying color now. We're just going from the permanent red to the Indian yellow, yellow ochre, and back and forth.
You want green?
Whatever makes you happy.
Okay.
There we go. There's a little bit right there.
Here we go. I'm just gonna look away from that because I don't want to be advertised. I'm gonna get in trouble after this. I swear it's not intentional, I swear.
Once again, if your paint doesn't stick, add a little paint thinner. Ooh, there's a nice bright red one. Shining out there in the sun. And feel free at home to change color. Use any color that you want. Okay, I'm going back and get my fan brush, and we'll pick up some more of this dark color. And let's go in here. Let's just lay in some little things happening here and there. Just here and there, wherever you want them. Just like so. And
Whoa. What's out of the bottom? What's out of the bottom? What's that?
We can go back in here and just gently drop some of these.
This looks...
Maybe there's a little stone was right there.
Well, I mean, I was going to say this looks like crap. I mean, I think everybody knows that by now. Well, you want like a path?
Stone.
Like...
See how that little fan brush just makes all kinds of fantastic little things. So simple.
Do I like a little path?
Let's let it happen. Then we can drop some little grassy areas coming down in here. Follow the lay of the land. There we go. Wherever you want them to go. Let's go over here. There comes one. Sneak it out behind that stone. Okay, good. Tell you what, let's do. Let's go right into some Van Dyke Brown. And let's build.
Do I like some white?
Let's build a happy little tree.
Another tree?
Right there.
Bob.
Right there.
Bob, you know, you can always limit yourself to how many trees you can do.
They're a lot of fun and very striking. Very striking. And they usually grow in clumps, so we'll give them a little friend right there. And you can make as many birch trees as you want. Just want to show you how. Okay, now we need a little bit of white to highlight it. Touch, give it a little pull. Yep, that's all there is to it. Just give it a little pull.
I'm not sure about this, Bob.
Okay, now let's just put a few little limbs here and there. Just some indications. Now you could also do this with a liner brush. Would work just as well. Just here and there.
Oh, no.
Maybe this one runs right across wherever you want it to go.
Oh, no. No, I don't like this. I don't like it. I'm not got much choice. I don't know what to do. Bob.
And
there's only so much I could do.
I'm going to take the 1-inch brush, some sap green, some yellow. Okay, we'll put a little paint thinner so it's very thin. Let's go up here and just very gently, barely touching here, lay in a few little leaf indications. Just barely, barely touching. And I hope you've enjoyed this painting. It's a lot of fun. It'll teach you how to use a lot of the equipment. There. Okay, I think we'll call that one finished. And until next time, from all of us here,
whoa, I'm not
happy
even close
painting.
to being finished. I'm not even close to being... Bob, come back. Bob, come back. I'm not even close to finish. Look at this. Look at this, look at this. Look at this. Like, look at that, look at that. Let me see if I can stretch it out a little bit. Look at that. It looks like crap, but it kind of looks somewhat presentable. Somewhat. I don't know, you squint your eyes, there's kind of something there. There's kind of something good. Like, I can't get over how good those mountains actually look. Look at that. That's a lot better than I actually thought it would be. The trees are alright as well, and yeah, it's not too bad. I really screwed up on the water again, but it looks like snow, not water. But it looks alright, I guess. Alright, let me just reset this. I think that's how it was. Yeah, okay. It looks somewhat presentable. Somewhat. I don't. Maybe we'll give it one. Maybe we'll give it one more go. Maybe we'll give it one more go. What should we title this? Mob. No, I'll call it Mob. Mobros. Mobros. There we go. Mobros. Right. It looks like shit, but you know, it's somehow presentable. Alright, we're gonna do a new one. This is gonna be the last one of the stream, I think. Let's see if I can find the actual. If it is. I'll look through the tabs. Ooh boy. This is the last one. This is called Cool Waters. So you can already tell it's gonna be a bad time for me when the main part of it is water. It's already gonna be a bad time for me. That actually looks pretty good. I mean, I'll never be able to make anything as good as that, but god damn, it is MS Paint that we're dealing with, so you know, excuses and
Hi, how
excuses.
you doing today? Hope you're ready to do a fantastic painting with me. And I thought today we'd do a painting that's just a lot of fun and we'll have a good time together. So I've already covered the canvas with Magic White, and I'll have them run all the colors that we're going to use across your screen. And they'll come across your screen in the same order that I have them on my palette, starting with a white and coming around.
I'm sorry, what?
So,
what's Magic White?
As I say, I've already covered the canvas with a thin, even coat of Magic White, and today I'm going to start out with a little bit of phthalo blue. And I'm going to pull it out and work it into the brush. This will get us a nice, even distribution of color all the way across the brush. Just tap the brush into the paint.
So sort of like this?
Okay, let's go right up here to the canvas. We'll start out here just making little crisscross strokes, little X patterns.
Yeah, maybe a little lighter.
As you can see, the color's mixing with the Magic White, and it gets lighter in value.
Sort of like,
Okay, add a little bit more
like that.
blue. It's very easy to add color. It's a son of a gun, though, to take it off the canvas, so Use very little color up here in the sky when you first start. It's very simple to add more. And we'll just bring it right on down to about there, wherever.
Well, whatever.
And if you want to make it a little bit darker, as I say, it's very easy to add a little more color. And if you're going to put clouds in the sky, which I think I'll put some in today, you want your sky maybe to be a little bit darker than normal if you're just using white to make the clouds. That way your clouds will look brighter. They'll stand out stronger. If you have light against light, nothing happens. Nothing happens. Okay, now while I've got a dirty brush, I'm going to add a very small amount of phthalo green, and I'll just mix it right here on the brush. So we got phthalo blue and phthalo green, and I'm just beating that right into the bristles the same way. There.
Like, I don't know how like I'm supposed to.
And we'll put some water
do this.
here.
Like I said, it was
pull
probably
from the outside
a
in.
better idea.
Start at the bottom and work up. That way, once again, it's mixing
When
with
I
the
thought
magic
about
white,
it, now
and it
that
gets
I'm
lighter
actually
toward the
doing
horizon.
it,
Everything in the landscape should get lighter toward the horizon.
okay.
The
So you want
outside in.
like
And leave a little area open right here, and when it's all done, it'll look like a sheen of light coming across the water. It'll be very pretty. And try to keep your strokes straight. Still water is always flat. It's always level.
I'm trying, Bob.
Okay. Now we can wash our brush, and the brush is cleaned in odorless paint thinner. Avoid using turpentine. Leaves a residue in your brushes.
Is it time? Is it time?
Ooh, there we go. Okay, let's build a happy little cloud today. And today, we'll just do it with a 1-inch brush. You can do it with a 1-inch brush, 2.5-inch brush, fan brush. Today, I feel like using the 1-inch. So we'll pull some color into the brush. I'm using titanium white. And we'll put a small amount of permanent red in it. Now, just a little bit. It's very strong. Pull that brush through.
Yeah, it's looking all right, I guess. You know.
A lot of paint in the brush. Very little permanent red. You'll set these clouds on fire. Ooh. Okay, let's go up to the canvas here. Maybe there's a happy little cloud that lives right there. Just lay some color in. Okay.
Oh.
Just drop it in. There we go. Now with the large
Bob,
brush,
I don't like that. I don't like
I want
this.
to blend out the bottom of this.
I mean, I never like it, but I don't like this.
Tiny little circles. Tiny little circles. There we go. Just blend out. Don't touch the top yet. Now, fluff it. And all we're doing here is lifting it. Just lift very lightly and then very gently blend it. 3 hairs and some air right here. And that's simple. We make a beautiful little cloud. Now, maybe we'll load a little bit more paint in here.
It's looking like something, you know.
Right there.
Wait, want another cloud?
Pushing quite hard with the brush here. You want to push this paint right into the fabric.
Oh, so you want... Okay.
Don't stay in one area and keep working. All you'll have is those great big cotton balls up in the sky.
Okay.
Put the paint on, move, and then blend it. Blend it. Clouds are very free. And you paint them free. Your paintings reflect what you feel. There we go. If I'm having a bad day, my paintings look entirely different than if I'm having a super day.
I mean, it probably explains why I'm doing so bad right now, actually, Bob.
Easy little clouds. I'll clean the old brush up, and we'll be ready to go here.
3, 2, 1.
And we'll do the large brush.
So 2. Ooh.
Okay. Now today,
You're
let's put
adventurous
some
today,
mountains in
Bob.
here, and I'm going to use. We'll take some Prussian blue, very dark blue, Van Dyke
no,
brown,
that's
in
not.
about equal parts.
Which one
and a
was it
little
that I
bit of
used? Is this
alizarin
one, ain't it?
crimson.
Yeah.
Not much, and just mix it together. Not much crimson. And I'm going to put a little bit of white right there. Now I've retained it dark over here and light here. It's the same color, just different values. Okay. Now then. We'll take the old
It's
fan
kinda
brush
looking
and I'm
like,
going to
you
load
know,
some of the
something.
lighter color in there.
Not great, but yeah, it's
Just like
yeah, you know.
And maybe there's
No.
a little mountain way back here in the distance.
You want
Use just
another
a corner
mountain?
of the brush. Just a corner.
Oh no.
And you can make a beautiful little mountain. And just pull.
What is it with you and mountains, Bob?
Just using the corner of the brush.
What
Down.
do I
Now we'll
put
take
it?
a large brush and go right up here.
Oh.
Touch. Pull. It's a super easy way to make the indication of distant mountains. And you can, by changing brush strokes, you can make it look like there's highlights and shadows. And you really haven't done hardly a thing. And we want some mist down here at the bottom, so we'll just tap it. Very lightly lift upward. And that's simple. We get a little distant mountain. Okay. Now let's put,
I think I
let's put
might
another
use
right
this,
here.
Bob. Hope you don't mind.
We use a dark color. A little bit on the knife, and we'll have a mountain that lives right there.
Another Bob.
And just push that paint right into the fabric. Push it hard.
Oh, but no mountains. No mountains, Bob. Come on.
Maybe there's a little bump right there. Since these are your mountains, you can put bumps anywhere you want them. Big stones, little stones. Okay, now
Oh,
we can
hang
take
on.
a large brush and grab that dark color and pull it. Now when you're painting mountains, mountains are always more distinct at the top than they are at the bottom, if you can see the entire mountain. By pulling it down like this, it mixes with a magic white, and automatically it gets lighter on the bottom. You don't have to think about it or plan it. It happens. And that's the joy of painting. Get a little plug in there for the title, see? There we go. Okay, that gives us a basic shape. And you can also use these brush strokes to sort of give you ideas of where the highlights and shadows will be. Play with this a little bit and you'll see what I'm talking about. As the light hits, you can see highlights and shadows.
How does he make
You
it look
haven't
so
committed
good?
yourself.
Like,
Okay,
legit, look at this.
Let's take a little bit of the titanium white, pull that paint out flat, go across and get just a tiny little roll of paint right there on the knife. Okay, let's go up to the canvas. Now, touch, no pressure. And
I'm
just
not entirely sure if
follow
this is what you want, but
right down the mountain.
okay.
No pressure. If there's a secret to it, that's
Wow.
probably it. Biggest mistake made is applying too much pressure.
Wow.
When I was teaching my son Steve to paint, I used to tell him just to pretend he was a whisper floating across the mountains. To pretend that if he didn't hang on, his hand would just literally float away.
Wait,
It's that light of a touch.
Bob, are you sociopath? Are you
He's one of the most fantastic
sociopath?
painters in the country in this method.
What are you talking about,
Travels all
man?
over the country teaching.
Oh no.
So it works. It works. And you can do it.
I mean, it looks good. It does look good. It does look good. I'm not gonna lie.
Now for the shadow side, I'll take a little bit of Prussian blue and white. Just
Yeah,
to
like
mix it up
Adam here as well.
and get that same little roll of paint right on the
Oh,
knife.
that looks nice. That actually looks pretty nice.
Okay, now let's go right up here and put some shadows in. Now the shadows go at opposite angles. Highlights go at one angle, shadows at the other. Okay, let's go right here. There it needs a little shadow. That separates those. Okay, maybe it comes right over in here. There we go.
Like this.
Beautiful mountain.
Ooh.
You can do
Ooh.
it. You can do it.
Thanks, Bob. At least one of us believes in me.
And you can go back and if you want to change anything, you could add.
Oh, that actually looks so sick. Like,
Sure will. So you can change it.
that looks so cool.
You can change it.
I mean, it still looks like crap, but yeah, at least it looks like, you know, something.
You can change almighty rivers, mountains. Okay. Yeah. Let's take a clean, dry, large
Oh,
brush.
there's a
And I
mini
want
one.
to create some mist down here at the bottom. So very gently, we'll tap, following the angles. Always
bit of mist.
pay attention to your angles. over here, we'll go in this direction. Just
I'm not sure how I'm expected to do this, but
very gently, very gently. Take out the little tap marks and blend it.
Like this.
And that's simple. We have beautiful mist right at the bottom of those mountains. Now here's a line that bothers me on this mountain.
I think that's the best I can do.
Straight. So I'm going to take a little bit of white and just go back in here and break it up a little. See how you can change it?
I have no idea. I don't think I can do that.
Then we'll put another.
Look how good it looks. Look how good you can make it.
And it gets rid of that straight line.
Looks so
So
sick.
if something bothers you,
Oh,
change
no, I keep saying it, but it does. It looks so nice.
You have absolute control over it.
Boy, that actually looks so nice.
Now then, let's put maybe a little foothill back here. And I'm going to we can use the same mountain color. We have blue, Prussian blue, Van Dyke brown, a little bit of crimson, and to that I'm going to add sap green. So I've got blue, brown, sap green, and there was a little bit of crimson in there. That's not necessary, but if you have a pile of paint already, leave it in there.
We're going to add that little bit here.
Okay. Now let's take a fan brush and load a lot of paint into that brush. Really, really work. Shake those bristles, wiggle them. See how that loads it up, and then pull them. There. Okay, let's go up to the canvas here. Maybe there's a little evergreen tree. Now normally I would do this straight on, but you can't see it. So I'm going to turn at an angle like this, and maybe you can see it.
Oh, we're going to do trees now?
What's happening. And it doesn't work quite as well when I'm at an angle as it does when you're straight on, but at least you can see here.
Not now, not again.
How these little trees are made. Okay. A little more paint.
We're going to do something like
straight on and
this.
So you can get these painted. You see how they're done. And when you're at home, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about when you're doing them your own.
Oh.
Okay, now you want to leave a little bit of mist between the background.
I'm scared.
And the mountain. If you don't leave that little bit of mist in there, these foothills are going to be right up against your mountain, and you want them to be separate. Okay, there we go. And if you want to give the illusion that it's going farther away, let them get smaller. Down here toward the... let them get smaller.
Something like this.
There we go. Until it comes right on down to you just doing this and lifting up a little. And that'll help create the illusion of distance. Now here, see if we can get a shot of this. I'm touching, pushing, and bending up. Can you see that? Now, sometimes you don't see that because my hand's in the way. But I'm bending and pushing upward. And that's the same way we'll highlight these. But that's the action of the brush right there. Okay. There we go.
Like I said, I have no idea how you want it, Bob.
And notice this angle. This helps lead the eye into the painting. If it was to go in the opposite direction, it would lead the eye out of the painting, which would not be as pleasing. This way, it always leads your eye right in. Alrighty. Let's make a few reflections. Now, normally, all we have to do is touch and pull down. Because the canvas is wet, it's very simple to make beautiful, beautiful reflections. If you had a dry
Bob, I can't reflect. I hope you realize this. I cannot reflect.
Since you have the magic white under there, the paint will slide. It will move.
There is so much I can do.
And reflections are one of the most beautiful things that's done in this technique, and one of the simplest.
I'm sure it is, but I can't reflect.
This is very lightly. Just barely touching the canvas. And
This is actually looking like something.
I'm going to take a small amount of white
Genuinely.
on my fan brush and put some little trunk indications. Very lightly lift upward.
I just don't want to. I just don't want to ruin it.
Just a few here and there.
Ooh.
Okay. And that's all you need. Now we'll take a little bit of yellow and sap green. We'll use some, and I put a little bit of paint thinner.
I think I've ruined it a little bit. Hang on.
and with my paint to thin it.
Yeah, I think I'll do.
Load a lot of paint in the brush. Look at all the paint that's in there. Tremendous amount of paint.
That's a lot of paint.
Let's go up to the canvas, and we'll touch and use that same stroke.
Oh,
Bend that
what?
brush upward.
Oh, no.
We'll put a little bit of highlight back here.
And
do it in layers. Do the one that you think's the farthest away first, and work forward.
I can put a little bit of this.
Here we have cad yellow, and sap green is really all we have on here. And then we go like this.
I just raised it and made the exact same mistake.
All right. And that gives us a nice little background. Very simple, very easy. And we're in
But
business.
I had a little bit of... Yes, that's what we needed. That's what we needed.
Pick up a tiny bit of that yellow color. You can pull it down into the reflections. It's very simple. And then lightly go across. These strokes across need to always be straight. Or once again, your water will run right out of your painting. I'm going to take a little bit of magic white and put it on my palette.
What is magic white? Like, you just keep saying it. It's like, what is magic white?
Water lines. And I'm just literally cutting into the canvas. Push hard. Now these lines need to be basically straight. You can go anywhere you want to go with them, but they need to be straight, or your water will run out of the painting. Get your floor wet.
We're gonna work on the trees a little bit because I can't do.
It has a little too much paint. Just take a clean knife and rub it. It'll mix with the color underneath and just goes away. Becomes very soft. You can keep doing this till it's not there at all. Alrighty, let's make some happy little trees here. Now I have several fan brushes that I use, so I don't have to keep cleaning.
He keeps running. Oh.
If you're at home, only have one, that's fine. You just have to wash it a little more. Okay, I'm loading a lot of this dark paint, same dark color, blue, brown, green. Okay, a lot of it in the brush. Let's go right up here.
Let's go here then.
Now maybe there's a nice little tree that lives right here. Touch the canvas, corner of the brush, and just go back and forth.
I swear I miss all out on way too much stuff.
That's all there is to making a happy little tree. They're easy, and they're fun. A little more paint, and maybe we'll give him a friend. Lives right there. And in your world, you put as many trees as you want.
I will.
If you want more trees, put them in. If you want less, don't put as many. Put in how many trees it takes to make you happy. That's what's important.
That's some good life advice.
There we go.
Like, legit, that's actually some nice life advice. Dark color. Now maybe, while I got the brush dirty, maybe there's a couple of trees over here on the other side. So let's go right over here, and there he is. Corner of the brush. Oh, I got some big trees, goddamn.
Back and forth.
Hang on, Bob. Hang on. Ooh.
Drop in a happy little tree. These type of scenes remind me of my home. I live in Fairbanks, Alaska, and I see a lot of this type of scenery right out of my window. Beautiful, beautiful country. Okay, and maybe.
Okay, I see what the trees are. Okay.
Because trees need friends too. They get lonely, just like all the rest of us.
That is true. They too true, actually.
And you know, one of the rules of art is that you should always have odd numbers. 3, 5, 7, etc. Of course, that's a man-made rule. Nature hasn't learned that yet. But it makes composition a little better if you have odd numbers. Okay, let's take the old big brush here. I'm going to take some sap green, Prussian blue, Van Dyke brown, and I'm just mixing them on the brush. Pull that brush right through the paint. Bend it. There, load it deep. Okay, let's go up to the canvas and touch right there.
Oh.
And we'll put a happy little thing. Lives right there.
Let's okay, let's try to.
And while I've got the paint on the brush, let's reflect it in the water. I would love to do reflections. Use the same color. And where the trees are Where the trees are tall, you want long reflections. See? Now, get a little more paint on the brush.
Let's see.
Same colors. And maybe right here. We'll have a nice little... There it is.
And then we'll do that. And then...
Just let these things happen. Don't worry about them. Don't try to plan them all that much.
Oh, well,
have
no.
a general idea in your mind of what you're going to paint and just let it happen. Just let it go. Ain't that easy? Okay. Now, let's take a large brush here and pull some of this down for reflections. Just pull it down and lightly come across. And I'll use a little bit of burnt umber with a small amount of white in it. Get a little bit on the knife. Let's go right up here. And we'll put in a few little trunk indications. Just here and there. There we go. And maybe a little bit over here. Just a few little indications. You don't have to show the entire
That looks
trunk,
so
you can see it all.
nice. God damn.
And we'll use a little bit of sap green, small amount of yellow. And let's highlight these trees. The mountain says the light's coming from the right, so more emphasis on the right. Ain't that easy? You can throw a little bit of highlight on there. There it goes. Go over here, and put some on this one. Still on the right side. Just where you think light would hit. Okay. Let's get in here with the old 1-inch brush.
All right, let me just...
I like that. We'll use some yellow ochre. A little bit of sap green. Okay, let's drop in some nice little bushes right in here. And you just drop them in. While we got it on the brush, we'll reflect them. A little bit of permanent red added to it. That's a nice bright color. Pretty. Drop it right into the reflection. And we'll just put in some little bushes and stuff here and there, wherever you want them.
let's see, have some yellow.
Let them go. Let them go. Okay, let's go to the other side while we get this brush running. And we'll drop in some right over in here. There. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get another brush. Now once again, I have several brushes going here at once. I'm going to put a little bit of alizarin crimson, a little bit of phthalo blue.
Let's see how that will look. Ooh, that actually goes well.
A little white. There. Let me get a little more of the paint thinner. I want to thin
That
this out
actually goes
without
really
losing
nice.
color. And let's go right here, and maybe there's a beautiful little purple bush that lives right there. Just drop him in. And we'll put a little one on the other side too. So there's just a small one on both sides. Just to brighten it up. We'll reflect a little of that.
Let's put some on the trees here real quick.
Now with a large brush, gently pull down. And instant reflections. That's simple. Now I'll take the knife, a little bit of Van Dyke brown, a little umber mixed with it. Touch.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine. I'll sort that out later.
And put some land in there. I'm going to use a little brown and white. And we'll throw a little highlight on that, just like that. A little bit of the magic.
I have no idea what he's up to. I'm just focusing on my drawing at this point. Whoa! How do you do that?
Easy. Now we'll just use a clean point of the knife and cut a few little sticks and twigs here and there. Just breaks it up, gives a little depth.
Okay,
let's go back over here and finish up this other side. Go back into my yellows and reds and Indian yellow. Just back and forth. And this is just a fun little painting. I think you probably enjoy it. Give you a lot of practice with all the equipment. And should stir your imagination. Maybe. Maybe there's a little path.
Or like
Right.
a little bush.
Just back and forth with some brown. Let it go. Wherever you want it to go. A little bit of highlight.
I don't think that works.
Okay. Then we can go ahead and put the bushes on the other side. Put your path in first, and then let the bushes hang over it. Just like that. And we'll take the knife, cut in a few little sticks and twigs. And I think we've got a finished painting. We'll call that one done. So on behalf of the entire
Wait, whoa.
we'd like to
We're
wish you
done
a happy
again?
painting. God bless, and we'll see you again.
We're done again? Whoa, okay, hang on. I just wanna finish it up a little quick. It is a little bit, like, no, I don't want that colour. I want, give me that. And then there's like a staircase, wasn't there? Yo, we're not doing that. Oh wait, no, he carries on.
And that's
Oh wait, no,
the
I
joy
think
of
this is
painting.
just
Get a little plug in there for the tires.
like a VP. Okay,
There we go. Okay, that gives us a basic shape. And you can also use these brush strokes to sort of give you ideas of where the highlights and shadows will be. Play with this a little bit and you'll see what I'm talking about. As the light hits, you can see highlights and shadows, and you haven't committed yourself. Okay, let's take a little bit of the titanium white, pull that paint out flat, go across and get just a tiny little roll of paint right there on the knife. Okay, let's go up to the canvas.
yeah, I'm gonna pause that. God damn. God damn. That actually looks. Oh. I mean, there's some parts of it that look a little off, but if you squint, that actually looks so cool. No, what have I done? Like, that actually looks so. Look at that. We did it. That's actually a good paint. That's actually like somewhat of a good painting. God damn. I just wanna like increase the I'm gonna get rid of the chat box real quick. Let me just. Alright, no. Alright, no, that's the wrong. God damn it. There we go. Alright. Let's have a proper good, like, picture. Just. God, I'm gonna move my drink. God damn. God damn. That just looks so cool. That looks so good. No word of a lie, that actually looks so good. Like the mountains as well. The mountains, the trees in the background. The water actually looks somewhat decent. God, I know I keep saying it, but The clouds are actually nice looking somewhat. The mountains actually look like mountains. The trees are somewhat decent. God damn. The magic of Bob Ross. Look at that. The magic of Bob Ross, basically. God damn, that is actually gorgeous. Like, low key. I don't even want to touch it. I don't even want to touch it. Like, I feel like if I touch it up anymore, I'm gonna completely ruin it. Now maybe this staircase looks a little off, but honestly, it doesn't. It kind of goes well. God damn. Actually looks so cool. It looks so sick. I think the only actually, yeah, there's one thing I will do to it, and that's like the cover of like this area. Let me just get a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that, a little bit of that. There we go, there we go. And then have that as like the trunk. Boop. And then have that as like the tree. Like, look at that. God damn, that looks so nice. Like, so clean. I'm proud of that. I'm not even joking. That's not even me like being sarcastic or like being like making a joke. I'm actually genuinely proud of that. God damn. Like, this is low key. This is actually beautiful. I'm leaving that as it is now. Yeah, I know I made a little edits to them, but I'm leaving it as it is. What are you doing this? What should we call it? You know what? You know what I'm gonna think I'm doing it in his name, you know. Bob. You know what? The magic of Bob Ross. Because that is some magic. MS Paint, and we can do something like this. God damn. That's a keeper. That is a keeper. I'm in love. I'm actually in love. Oh, I'm so proud. I've never been so proud of like any art I've created, because all the art I create is so bad, but this, I just keep looking at it. It's like, did I do that? God damn. I think I'm gonna end it. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna end it with like this, like on the screen, like, because god damn. But let me see. I don't want to stretch it. Well, there we go. I think I'm gonna end the stream, but just like have this on the screen instead of like the ending. So you know what, that's it. That was fun. The first couple of drawings that we did, the first couple of paintings were, you know, especially the first one. But I'm actually so proud of this. This is going on the fridge. Alright, this is going on the fridge. It's actually so nice. But anyway, I've talked too long. That's the end of the stream. I'm just gonna leave with this, like at the ending. So yeah, don't know when I'm gonna be streaming next time. Probably Wednesday. Wednesday's a possibility, so look out for that, and we'll see what we play then. So yeah, see ya.